Okay, so this is what I wanted to do for you guys before my throat is just done, because I am sick. But, too bad, right? The show goes on. My husband sent me this, and I just want to know what you guys think about this. I think we just need to stop with all this white privilege, blah, blah, blah. You know why? Because we don't know what everybody is. I have friends that are paler than me, pure Mexican. And I keep saying this. It's like people are trying to be like racist or whatever. They don't even know that most of the time, whoever they're being racist to is probably more of that ethnicity than they are. I'm serious. So, anyway, I haven't seen this, but I want to watch this with you guys. And also, Kirk means church, man. And Jerry Kirk was my best friend, died in 2017. He was a veteran in the Air Force, MACV. Oh, I should wear my hat. Okay, I'm going to go get my hat right now. Hold on. I'll try to edit this out. Oh my god, I feel like I'm screaming. Don't look at my chair. Don't look at my chair. Don't look at my chair. This is my veteran hat. Oh shoot, I probably can't. Well, maybe I can. We'll see. Maybe this will get out, maybe this won't. Let me see. Right here? Oh yeah, this ain't gonna work. Ooh. Maybe? Let's try it. Okay, don't let the hat take away from this serious situation. Alright guys, here we go. Student attempts to confuse Kirk on white privilege. And Kirk means church. He's Scottish. Shout out to my Scottish friend out there, Tracy. My Braveheart.
On a white privilege and fails.
What's wrong? Do you know what SB 1070 is?
Tell me what it is.
It's basically a law for an officer to pull me over and ask for my papers.
Okay.
I've never even been to Mexico.
Okay, well, I think people should be asked for that.
When you're in America, since when is it not okay for you to get pulled over by a police officer? Sorry, guys. I haven't been on here in so long. You're going to see all these things pop up. That's just my life. My life is just a pop-up mess. Since when? Since when is it not okay for the police to ask who you are? I don't want my child or anybody else, for that matter, anybody else's child, to get hurt by somebody who should not be here. Okay? I'm sorry. I don't want that. If there was a police officer who said, "Ooh, I'm so scared. I don't want to ask this person for their papers because they might say you're racial profiling me or white privilege or whatever," that person drives away laughing, turns around and hurts a kid. God forbid my kid didn't fight hard enough, goes with that person. You don't think that I'm not going to lose my mind? I'm not going to rip that cop and to shreds and not haunt that cop for the rest of his life, that department. I am going to be that police officer's worst nightmare, that department's worst nightmare. I am going to be a lunatic. You guys don't understand how much I love my kids. I love them. I love them more than myself. So what makes you think no other moms are the same way? Or dads, for that matter? They better do their job. They better ask you. I want to make sure the people that are here, and if they have their driver's license or whatever, they have outstanding warrants, are they criminal? What are they? The least they can do is their job. Please. Alright, sorry.
Their papers, regardless of the skin
Okay,
color.
so there we go. Here's white privilege.
Why is that white privilege?
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
How's that white privilege?
Here we go. Who are they going to ask for their papers? Me or you?
I get asked for papers all the time
No,
when I
you
get
don't.
pulled over.
Both of you.
Yeah, I can show you my pile of
Do you get asked to
tickets.
prove that you're a citizen of the United States?
Hold on a second. First of all, I get asked for my driver's license all the time when I get pulled over. In fact, every time I get pulled over, I get
Wait, does this dude really not think that? There's no way.
asked for my driver's
They're not
license,
gonna.
okay? So, but here's the one thing. Hold on.
They ask for your license so they can figure out who the hell you are.
I hope so.
Do you really think that you're being pulled over just because of the color of your skin?
Dude, it's happened many times.
Hey, guess what?
You're
I get
never-
Hello? That's the cop's job. If anything, you can blame them for having quotas. Cops hate to hear that. Oh, you have a quota? Yeah, because people are always trying to defund the police, so they have to make money somehow. I hate to say that. Defund the media. Defund the media. Those people, man. The police, they should have all kinds of cameras. They should have every camera at every angle. They should have cameras in their headlights of their cars. They should have camera glasses that never shut off. Because I really feel like more people assault police officers than police officers are assaulting people. Now, for those bad officers that I read about, shame on you, and I hope you go to prison for the rest of your lives, because you know who you are. There are bad, bad officers that make a lot of other people out there, and officers make those people have really hard jobs, and that's terrible.
pulled over too.
You're never gonna know it because you don't look like me, man.
Wait, hold on.
Jerry had, and I've told you guys this story. My buddy right here, I'm gonna take this off because it's just distracting me. My buddy had so many tickets, and Jerry was a white dude. Okay, not only did he drive a Mustang, and he drove it like it should be driven, he could not possibly have a higher insurance policy. They told him, Jerry, we don't care what kind of car you get next. Your insurance is so high, you could drive a spaceship. They told him that because he had so many tickets. His insurance was ungodly, but he could afford it because he made that much money, because he worked hard. He went to the Air Force. They said, you've got a gift in medicine. He was going to be a truck driver. He didn't think he was any good for anything, but he had a gift in medicine. Doctors believed in him. He knew he didn't have any money. He was poor, dirt poor, from Oklahoma, was adopted in Bakersfield, went to, what's it called? Where you have to work on the job training. Doctors noticed, took an interest in this scrawny nobody from the middle of Central Valley, a Bakersfield boy from Oildale, you know, a redneck through and through, and they just told him, we'll pay for your schooling. And he was like, no, I'm not, you guys aren't going to pay for my schooling. I'm going to work and go to school. And he did. Affirmative action did not help him. In fact, he was telling me that affirmative action did have, you know, minorities in there, and they failed school. They failed it because it wasn't set up for them like the top of the class to get the funding. It was, they wanted minorities in there because it was affirmative action. So Jerry was like, they're getting this free money and they just failed it anyway. And here he's working 2 jobs just to be what he really knew he was good at, you know? Man, I don't know why I'm on my.
You're never gonna have to know my struggles.
Wait, so, I mean, this is the problem. I'm just going to give you a piece of
Wait a
advice.
minute, whoa. You're never going to know a woman's struggles. Okay? You're never going to know what it's like to be a woman, so everybody struggles. What the hell? We're going to cry about everybody? Come on, man. Like, okay, my brother's darker than me. I've had to hear a lot of what he says, but guess what? He stayed up late. He got up early. He wanted to have a family. Guess who helped him? Jerry Kirk helped him because Jerry saw the same work ethic that he had in my brother. Damn. If you want to do something, you're going to make it happen.
Honestly, you complimented me and Candace Owens. You're looking at the world as a victim. Okay? You're looking at the world.
Common
true.
thing amongst all these people, they're all obsessed with victimhood.
These people, like, it makes me laugh. These people as in victimhood or victim people, honestly, everybody can be a victim. Everybody. If you look at other countries, I feel like, my gosh, those people have something to be sad about. Americans have so much privilege. It should be American privilege. It shouldn't be white privilege. It should be American privilege because we have so many advantages.
Love it. They can't get enough of it. It's like crack to them. They just love being a victim in every single situation.
As if there's systemic racism and the evil white man that's trying to crush you. It's a lie. It's a lie that is designed to keep you down.
It's inherently racist, for one, to just say that it's white privilege that's doing this to you. Like that, how do you not see that that's racist? Like you're it's so funny. We should just start calling these people hypocrites, not liberals or lefts.
It's a lie that is designed to try and disempower you. And
I really think that this whole right, left, liberal, all that, I think all that should be redefined because, as you can see, this is tearing our country apart. I feel a lot of people, young, old, minority, not minority, I think even illegals, they're starting to see how they're being tricked, how the smoke and mirrors, vote for me, vote for... But if they read, and they're reading now, what everything is about, they're starting to see, like, all this song and dance, it's not worth it. So no matter if you're voting for conservative or Republican or left or liberal, Democrat, whatever, it's what you believe. It's just because you're Hispanic doesn't mean you're always going to vote Democrat. Just because you're white doesn't mean you're always going to vote Republican. You need to vote what is best for you. And if you are that true blue American, you're going to vote what's best for your fellow countrymen and your country. Regardless of what celebrities say, they're going to be fine because they have so much money. Like, how could they even weigh in? That's what cracks me up. It's like, oh, vote for so-and-so. All my followers vote for so. It's like, my gosh. The shame just doesn't stop, does it? Well, everybody else is starving. Kids are going hungry. They're going to continue to go hungry for what? How much longer? Because what? Let people vote the way they should vote. With their heart, with their conscience. And it's nobody's business who you vote for. I'm not saying who you should vote for. I'm saying you vote with your heart. Your mind, read everything. I could hear my Roomba going.
White
I don't know if that guy's a liberal, though.
people get pulled over all the time to be asked for their papers, and if a non-citizen does not have their papers, they should be deported from this country if they do not have their papers.
Like any other country would. Like any other country would. You'd be jailed. I can't go to Switzerland or Mexico or any other place and be like, I'm just here. No, there's laws. We have to respect their laws. Since when are we not to be respected? Crazy. That's crazy. Sorry, you guys. I am so sick.
But Charlie, that's racist. You're showing your white privilege.
So please go ahead.
How funny. I thought this guy was Charlie Kirk, but I've been staring at it for a while. It's Charlie Kirk, University of Arizona. It's this dude. Okay. Sorry, like I said. A bit groggy.
Alright, before you start saying I'm playing that victim thing, I'm never going to call myself a victim, but I'm not blind to the fact that my journey is going to be different than someone that doesn't look like me.
You're right. So you know how it's going to be different? It's going to be easier for you. It's because affirmative action laws benefit people of color above white applicants to certain universities.
Ouch.
In Texas, if you try to get Regeneron or monoclonal antibodies, the specific position of the Texas Health and Human Services is we only give Regeneron to Hispanic and black people and not to white people.
People, when they apply to colleges like Harvard and Princeton, are actually, if they're white, they're trying to check off other boxes that like make them more diverse and inclusive. Because
This is true. Okay, this has been going on since before the 60s because Jerry's been telling me about this. He had a friend, colleague, girlfriend, whatever you want to call her. She was in San Francisco and she was brilliant, okay? but she had red hair, green eyes. Okay? She married a Mexican. They divorced. She kept his last name because she wasn't a fool. She got a full ride. When she went in for the interview, just as, you know, one of the last steps, they looked at her like, hi, you're, let's just do a common Hispanic name, Rodriguez, Hernandez, you know, whatever, right? And she's like, yeah, nothing they could do. She was able to get that scholarship on her last name, and because she was very smart, she did everything she was supposed to do. Her grades were above and beyond. But that last name is what got her through the door. Had she just had a regular Smith, whatever last name, you know, Kirk, something like that, she wouldn't have got picked. Heck no. She wouldn't have got that scholarship. She would have been passed over. Which is terrible. It should be your grades. It should be your extracurriculars, community service, sports, everything.
Because they know that these types of things actually are creating privilege. These types of people, due to affirmative action, are getting privileged opportunities. It's the opposite of these people being oppressed. So don't you see like how your argument is complete crap?
At State Street Capital Advisors, if you want to be a financial manager, you know they're not allowed to hire white people without board permission, yet they can hire Hispanic people and black people as much as they want.
That sounds like discrimination to me. That really sounds like discrimination. You should not, like I said, people are mixed. How do you know? When people, okay, when I had dark hair, people pretty much knew, okay, she's Mexican, Hispanic. My nose gives it away. My eye shape gives it away. Especially when I was on the other side of town across the tracks. People were like, okay, Hispanic. People would start talking to me in Spanish, and I was just like, okay, espérate, slow, no más rápido, like, don't speak too fast, you know. And they would smile, and I would smile and be like, we're going to figure it out. You know, I love to meet people and helping people, especially if they need help. But since my hair is lighter, I don't get too many people asking me too many questions. Some do, still. But you can't just assume. That's why I like doing different things with my hair. Always trying different things, because when I actually do go out there, it is an experiment. It's an experiment to see how I'm going to be treated. Because I've been attacked both sides. I'm not Mexican enough. Or, what are you? You're whitewashed, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you know what? I am mom. Mom, 1,000,000,100,000,000,000%. I want my kids to, when I pass away, be like, man, my mom, she freaking suffered for us. She was there for us. She made us laugh. She was goofy. She was silly. She was there 1,000%. She wanted everything for us. It was all about us. Us, 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 us. That's what I want. So I'm always trying things, you know, whether I'm comfortable or not. I want them to know they have to be uncomfortable. You can't just keep staying the same. You can't. Life is uncomfortable. If it's comfortable, people tend to get depressed. It's just crazy, and then that's when bad things happen.
You know that United Airlines wants to double the amount of Hispanic and black pilots and try to hire less white pilots? You're right. You and I have it different. And currently, the current regime and status quo is making it easier for you. You have privilege.
Yes, you have, like, they don't, you're the one with privilege, my friend. You're the one with privilege. And the fact that it's just how it is. There's more white people in this country than other ethnicities and races. And yet, they're making sure that they're hiring more diverse ethnicities than white people. That is so fucked.
The way I see it, and it depends on you guys. Tell me what you guys think, because I'm not going to get mad about it. I'm just not. The thing is, to me, It's karma. If you're a bad person and you want to do bad things, it'll catch up to you. So, and if you're a good person and you work hard, I believe in that. You'll be at the right place. My grandpa was illegal. He came here illegally. I've told you guys this. I helped him. I drove him all the way to Fresno. He had to learn these different things about the United States, and he was drunk. And I had to help him, by pointing at certain things around the room so he would know the answer. And trust me, I almost got kicked out. But I really wanted him to be a citizen. And it was one of the proudest moments, not just of his life, but mine too. And he always told us, we're here in the United States. We're here in the United States, mija. So it's important that you guys do the very best you can. Follow the rules. We're here in the U.S. We still have our culture. We still know how to make tortillas and tamales and tamales, but he always wanted us to speak English. Now, Grandma, forget it. She spoke pure Spanish to us. So I can understand a lot of Spanish, way more than I can speak it. But my grandpa had so much respect. He had good men that he worked for. And they loved my grandfather. I'm not saying that my grandma was very hard-headed. Just, she was stuck in her ways, and I love her for it. So, maybe what I'm just saying is the time where maybe people feel it was unbalanced, where everything was maybe just a little bit easier for Caucasians. Maybe now it's a little bit more tilted as far as the scales for minority. And people are watching that to see if this will be indeed a good thing. I don't know. Like I said, when Jerry was in school and he was on the job training and there was affirmative action and it gave money so that, black and brown could go to school with no job. They were just given money, stipends, so they didn't have to worry about, working, so they could just focus on the job. They still failed out of the program. 50%. So Jerry's looking at this like, okay. So let's not get the people that work their butt off who really wanted this. You're just getting whoever said, okay, I'll try this program as long as you guys pay me. I have somewhat an interest. They don't have to work. They're just getting this money, cashing these checks, but they still failed. I think one became a PA, one Hispanic or Mexican, could have even been El Salvadorian, and of course, like 3 or 4 African American or even black. So, I'd made it through the program, but everybody else, and then of course, 10 Caucasians. So the class, it started with, of course, the majority of that class being all minority, and then just the 11 white people or Caucasian people. I just feel that we always say white, 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 and yet the Caucasian people never get offended by that. So we try to say Caucasian. But how many times have we said, try to say the nice thing for, is it African American, or is it black, or is it Mexican, or is it Hispanic? We're always trying to tread lightly. And I say we because I'm an American. I feel that is sensitivity. That is almost overboard. But yet, I could say white boy or white girl, or I had friends that called me that until I was like, you want to see my house? Where I live in the projects? But it wasn't called that no more. So, yeah, it's just, to be called white was disparaging when I was growing up. And then it became just like any other term or adjective, it's just a description. But I feel that Caucasians have really, really taken a lot, not as much as, and this is just from my standpoint, I can't put myself in Caucasian people's shoes. I can't put myself in African American or black people's shoes, you know, from what their ancestors, from what has been passed down to them. I can't, and I'm not saying that all white people took part in that. I just absolutely cannot say that, because very few of them even had the wealth, the money. Some of them were part of the civil rights to stop that. A lot of them fought in the wars to eradicate it. A lot of them are not from America. So all this hatred, I feel, is ridiculous. While everybody's fighting with everybody, the politicians are just taking everyone's money, shoving it in their pockets, stirring up controversy. And meanwhile, who's watching out for our kids? That's all. That's all I see. That's why I don't really come on here. Oh, that was it.
Speechless. So
Wait. That was it? I could have waited to the end. Come on, man. Sorry.
people. That is so fucked. Speechless.
Well,
So
but he also probably didn't know this, because a lot, and he was very young. You don't know. You have this narrow vision. That's why you can't just listen to your friends. You can't just bounce back ideas from your friends, because your friends are just going to imitate and mimic and regurgitate what it is that you're saying. That's why it's good to have debates and talks, even if they're heated discussions, and you can just say, look, I'm not asking for you to indoctrinate me, or, and I don't even want to use that word, I'm not asking for you to convince me. I just want to have an intelligent conversation about why you believe so strongly in this and why I don't believe so strongly in what you believe. I just want some, material or places or proof that I can read to where you got your information. That's what I do like about YouTube. Is so many times people can link each other to different videos. Even on Twitter, as much as I do not like, as you guys know, I do not like the Clintons at all. At all. Fool me once. So, there was a man, and he posted something that was wrong about Hillary Clinton. And I liked it, and I retweeted it. But something told me, you better look this up. So I looked it up, it turned out it was incorrect. So I unliked it, unretweeted it, and then I wrote a comment. I said, as much as I do not like the Clintons, or Hillary, both for that matter, they're one. Once you're married, you guys are one. So what he does reflects on the wife, and what the wife does reflects on the husband. There is no separate when you're married. That's why when you get married, it's a serious deal. It's not just, oh, whatever, we'll just get divorced, whatever. No, it's a serious thing. When I wrote the message to the man, I said, as much as I dislike Mrs. Clinton or Hillary Clinton, this was an incorrect statement. This is not something she's ever said. So maybe you should think about that before posting something incorrect. There's so much proof of other things that you can quote, but this is not one of them. So anyway, or whatever I said. Because we all have to hold ourselves accountable. We can't just be like, oh, well, I don't care. Oh, well, F the world. Oh, well. No, because that's where we're at now. And am I some kind of martyr or some kind of righteous blah, blah, blah? No, I'm a mom. I'm a mom. My kids point out everything I do wrong. I point out the things that I do wrong, because they have to understand where we need to hold ourselves accountable. Okay, bye. I gotta go. Yeah, it's time to go. Bye. Love you guys.